All right, what's going on, guys? Long time no talk. Been a minute. Been busy. Nobody really cares about that. I am back to talk about the Birds, the Eagles. We're doing it. We're killing it this year. I say that I'm all hyped now. I definitely had my concerns early in the year, and I think I'm very excited about how the team addressed those concerns, especially with our identity issues. Getting right into it. Yeah, jumping right into this one. I'm really just excited how the team just really addressed the clear identity issues we're having at the beginning of the year. I think we clearly had the roster set to really be an effective team, and we were rather effective, but just not at the level that we really needed to be at to be a Super Bowl contender. And I'll kind of touch on the importance of that and the meaning of that later on in the video and why I'm just really excited about how this team is looking and just the improvements we've shown. It just shows that Nick is able to make adjustments, able to keep his head when he's getting a lot of negative media attention that may be trickling in the building a bit more than expected. So just really, really cool to just see him keep his head. He has clearly has control of the team, control of the locker room, and yeah, just really, really nice to see. Nick really just pulling through that little rough patch we had, and along with that, he's the leader of our coaching staff, obviously. So the coaching staff's feeling the pressure. People were doubting Vic. I'm sure nobody is doubting Vic now. People are down. We're doubting Kellen. Kellen's shown that he can really use Saquon Barkley well and produce, and really build game plans off of that. And yeah, just kind of just going off of the things that I've just really been excited further. And yeah, I think the lack of identity has just kind of really made a 180 very quickly, and I'm very excited about that. I think at the beginning of the season, we were seeing coaching issues that were hurting us. Jalen was turning the ball over a little more than normal. I think that was another issue that we really had to fix, and we see Kellen making adjustments, Jalen making adjustments himself to improve on those issues. And yeah, the run game was producing overall, but we would also have very inconsistent moments, specifically at the beginning of the game, which we're still having some issues on, but we are improving week by week over there. And yeah, just not establishing the run early in any way. I think, again, slight troubles there, but not as much so as early in the year. And yeah, I think we're just making an effort to actually apply that into the game, where early in the year, I think we were really pass heavy in the beginning, which went against one, our identity as a team, and just two, what would be effective for us during this year. Things that I'm excited about, quickly moving on from those kind of things that gave me nerves in the beginning of the year that we've improved on. Things I'm really excited to see now. Our defense just quickly gelled. They're clearly so bought into Vic Fangio's system. It's a very exciting. People say it's an archaic system, but I think there's definitely some modern flares in terms of the personnel we use, in terms of how we disguise certain aspects of that defense. Yeah, just very excited how Jalen Carter is just really shining at an all pro level, just really becoming an up and coming superstar, going to be one of the best defenders in the league. Maybe he can even reach that pinnacle of being noted the best defender in the league. That would be amazing because we'd likely have most efficient players on both sides of the ball in that case, and him on the defense and Saquon Barkley on the offense would just be very amazing. Yeah, this is just shaping out to be a really fun young defensive backcourt, young defensive backfield. Obviously, with DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, I think I was screaming, just honestly, just from a personal sense. I enjoy watching the cornerback position. I'm really interested in the elite young corners that are just introduced into this league year over year, and really wanted our team to get one. Seeing the Packers, they have Jair. The Browns, they introduced Denzel Ward in the year with a high draft pick, and he really showed that he's a very talented prospect, and I just really wanted one of my own. The Jets, Sauce Gardner had a decent year last year, even though he's struggling this year with his year last year. Just really put that position, not necessarily on a pedestal, just really highlighting it further than it already is, and its importance. And it's just the how much fun you can have watching those players when you get really good ones. And I've been screaming, wanting a very good, talented for us to take one first, second round, and Howie gave me both of those, and Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. So it's just really amazing. Quinion looks beyond his years at the position. Cooper DeJean is just a gift of athleticism, dynamism. He's just an incredible just chess piece you could use on that defense in so many different ways and areas. Um, and then Bond and Dean just really coming into their own and showing out. Bond is having an incredible year. He's one of the best, if not the best, linebacker on form this year. Just with his current play, in terms of that, and then just seeing Dean just really emerge as a leader. He has that green dot. Jalen Carter just speaks to his leadership skills, seeing shine through as he was very used to seeing at Georgia. He's now seeing those happen in an Eagles uniform, and it's just really exciting. Speaking of the Georgia guys we have on this team, Nolan Smith is really coming into his own. Honestly, Jordan Davis, I have to watch a lot closer, but I just remember him making a big play on I think it was a fourth down or third down, just crucial stop. I believe it was in that Ravens game. Maybe I'm mushing games together, but just really just seeing these coaches really get these guys in the right position, really show that we have a bunch of superstars and live up to kind of that Super Bowl contender label we were given at the beginning of the year. Obviously, we're given that. I wanted to see it before I believed it, no matter what our roster was looking like. But it looks like we are definitely can safely label ourselves a Super Bowl contender. Not meaning that we're definitely going to get there, definitely going to win, but we're definitely one of the teams in the mix. And that being said, I think there are some things that we do kind of need to either tighten up or just not concern may not be the best word for it, but just things that we need to kind of show, prove, to just really separate ourselves from being a great team to a Super Bowl contender. So yeah, that being said, I'm gonna really reiterate. I think this is an amazing team through and through, amazing roster that can win the Super Bowl, but it's just a really hard thing to do, and then a lot of things just have to fall in place. And I think one of the things that was rather unlucky for us is Brandon Graham getting injured, torn, I believe it was torn tricep, very tricky injury to rehab from. I think he was even saying he didn't even realize he had it. He was trying to argue with the doctors to get back in the game until they really tested it, and you realize the extent and the trickiness of that injury as it doesn't appear right away and appear with every movement. But Brandon Graham is out for the rest of the year. I'm pretty sure that's accurate, and that is just a big loss. Not just from the skills he brings on the field, but the leadership, obviously, that he brings with the amount of time. I believe I'm not even gonna embarrass myself with how long he's been in the league. I want to say 15. That could be wrong, but really just well over 10 years in the league. Very impressive player. And yeah, obviously he was still bringing that leadership from the sidelines, but just having him on the field was amazing. And he was having a good year, but honestly, in the last couple of games, he was really turning it on and really showing out. So very sad, unfortunate time to lose Brandon Graham. Maybe has played his last games in an Eagle jersey. If so, thank you so much. Hopefully not, as I know he brings so much, and we just have a growing defensive line, so it would be great just to keep him around at any capacity we can. So I think now begs the question: did we already have the guys to kind of fill that role? I think obviously I believe in this defensive line and the skills, but can we kind of keep them at a Super Bowl contention level? Nolan Smith has been really turning it on. Kind of the second half of the already played season. And yeah, just really exciting to see Josh Sweat get in there a bit. And yeah, I think we added some edge pieces. So we're really going to see if the edge pieces we have can step up with the more snaps they're going to get with Huff being gone and then Brendan Graham being out for the rest of the year. Can they step up Nolan Smith and Sweat? And then the pieces we added, I believe we added 2 edge rushers. Are they going to be able to step in and give us any good rushes on our way to this playoff run, getting us there at a highest seed possible? And yeah, through that playoff contention, because there are some tricky teams we got to get along the way. And yeah, no game's going to be easy, obviously, when we reach that point. Um, and then obviously, um, can we just keep up just the offensive prowess that we've shown? And then also, can our passing game has been good. It hasn't been, I think, as good as our peak kind of course, that Super Bowl year. We want things to look like that. Obviously, teams have adjusted, but even with Saquon Barkley, I think our passing game can look even better. Devontae Smith has been out, but really just proving that, I think, and putting that in film would just be really important, and showing that element, putting that out there, and having teams just have another way, another reason to just worry about us. Yeah, really, really, I think obviously I get more nervous, honestly, when we have a really good Eagles team than when we have a really bad one, just because those expectations are here now, and we really do have the ability to win a Super Bowl. So just really, really time to buckle down and really lock in for the team, and really just prove that we can get over that hump. We have, I think, getting to that game would just be really, really good for us, because we've had players now that have played in the game. Jalen played in the game amazingly, so I'm sure he can have some confidence if we can get into that Super Bowl again. And yeah, I know I'm talking a lot ahead. We have a lot of games ahead of us, playoff run, but really just speaking more so from the lens of now being a clear contender, as opposed to just another one of those good teams vying for spots. Yeah, very exciting about where this team's heading from this year, an overall program and organization standpoint. Really excited about this coaching staff, and how they're gelling together. And yeah, hopefully we keep it up. And I'll see you guys next week to talk about the upcoming games. See you guys later. Peace.